Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Market Wave. Before we get started, just wanted to kind of put one small disclaimer that this is today's information or any of our videos that you're watching us or you're following us, or all the information that we provide related to market is truly educational perspective. There is no financial advice being provided to you guys. If you're new to our channel, please follow, like, share, subscribe, just so that you continue getting educated related to market, as well as wanted to make sure that you will get all the information about the market or related to trading on timely fashions. I'm gonna also put the our Twitter link. Please follow us over there. We kind of put our daily analysis over there, or also our trades, what we take. It's also on our Twitter. It's marketwave_trading. I'll put that link into the description. So let's get going. First thing first, let's talk about the economic calendar, how it's looked like this week. The mainly Tuesday, we gotta look into the building permits. We have a couple of the Fed speakers on the Wednesday. Also, we have some of them on Thursdays as well. Initial jobless claim data is coming on a Thursday as well, and on Friday we're getting some of the PMI and consumer sentiments also on a Friday. The earning perspective, I think overall earning is going to be a couple of the key names that we will see on a Tuesday early before market open. Walmart, Lowe's, those are the couple of the key companies that we need to look into on a Tuesday aspect of it. Wednesday is going to be the big one. Pre-market, Target, TJ Maxx, couple of the retailers are gonna have those earnings coming up. But main one is going to be Nvidia and Snowflake. And Palo Alto is also another one. These are some key names Wednesday afternoon. We may see market will make a move after Wednesday afternoon. Tech is also relying on that. Semis are also relying on Nvidia's earning. So let's make sure that we don't overtrade before Wednesday until we don't see the trends. So before we get to going, that's the earning calendar look like. So let's look into the charts, how it's look like. First thing first, SPX closed at 5870.63. As you can see, I know it's a bit busy, so many support and resistance. Kind of look into the 15 5-minute candle, so that's why you look a little bit, it looks a little bit busier, but ignore those lot of yellow lines. But look at this trend line. It's been following this trend line since August, and since then it's been following the same trend line that we saw. This dip September, this dip on November early. It's been continue following that trend line. So as long as it follow the trend line, we will continue to see upside. But a couple of the resistance that we wanted to see, and before that, supports are very important, right? So we are at the 5870. The main resistance we need to look into is the 5858 or 5860. Also 5811, 5782 or 5780. 5750 and 5700. Those are some of the key support that we need to look into it. From resistant aspect of it, 5878 is the right about that, or 5880. About that is 5900. Another one, 5936 is another key level. 5946 is the another key one. About that is all the way to I feel like it 5980, and then 6000 or 6012 or 13 is the another one resistance out there. So far SPX, we did see a couple of the downtrend, like as you can see from the November 11th, which is last week Monday. It's been going on a keep making lower low, lower high until that Wednesday was a bit inside day, but then again it started making the same move. So let's see how market opens tomorrow. But as long as it can reclaim 5900, we will continue to start seeing a little bit towards the upside. And if the tomorrow or Monday, November 18, if that candle close above this level 5914 and close above 5870 or 5880, then it would be good, because then we are going to start making those higher high, higher low formation. So that's what we wanted to look for, the upside trend aspect of it. So that's for SPX. Let's talk about the QQQ. QQQ again, ignore a lot of busier noise that you see, a lot of yellow lines, but I also drew one other trend line, similar trend line that you can see on September 6th. One of the very low day, very high selling day was happened on a Friday, and after that it tried to test on November 4th. As you can see on Friday, November 15, it was almost touching to that trend line. Last week was tech were very weak. As you can see, the continued red days and continued forming lower low, lower high, which was kind of not a good for techs in aspect of QQQ as well. So the key level is 496, right? 496, if it's hold, then it's good. Below that, it's 493, 490, 488. And all the way to the 483, right? That's one of the level, or we may even see 478. Upside, if it's QQQ continued, text looks a little bit strong. If on a Monday, then we may see continue moving towards the 500, 503, 506, 508, 510, 511, 15, 513, and 515 level. If it's, of course, 515 is very strong resistance, as we saw many, like on a Thursday, Fridays, Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, all those 4 days is try to break 515, it couldn't break. So we want to make sure that, on a next move, if it's break 515 and then holds there, then we will continue to see upside to 518, 521, and even 525. So that's for that. Let's talk about the next one, is the coin. We saw that the Bitcoin was running on a Friday, and over the weekend it was like up and down on those the cryptos. But what I wanted to talk about the coin has pretty good move after the big election week, and last week on a Monday we saw it gapped up. It gapped up to 290, and then it tried to it almost filled that gap. As you can see, it went to all the way to 345, 44, somewhere around that. Since then it was kind of going towards the downtrend, but over the Thursday and Thursday aftermarket, it kind of tried to hold that 272.39 level, which was like almost close to the Friday's the Friday highs, the resistance. So it almost touched there, so the gap filled already happened. So hopefully, and since then Friday we saw that it was continue moving up. It broke 290 level, it broke 300 and 306 next level, right? So it closed almost at aftermarket 306.69. So if coin will continue move upside, we will see 321, 335, 343, again the same level that we saw on the Monday 11, and even higher than that we may see 368. For downside, coin has to hold 300 or 290 max or 283 max at the that. So that's so I would, if you would like to kind of trade coin, I always prefer that the premiums are always high on Mondays and Tuesdays because of the gap up or gap down time. So always consider to kind of wait for market to settle down, IVs to go down, then buy the calls or put, depending on how the coin is doing. The similar things with the other coin is MSTR. MSTR moved pretty good on a Friday. It was somewhere in 320 and it went to all the way to 350. Some of those 350 call on Friday was the expiring that day. Kind of moved premium pretty good. But what I see, as long as MSTR holds 335 or max 325 and continue moving towards the upside and breaking 350, we will see 369 and all the way to the 400, right? So there was there was on a Wednesday, it was kind of going towards the 384 level. It was almost close to I felt like, it was, the momentum was pretty good on a pre-market. I felt like it was about to test 400. It didn't, but, of course, the downside, it started happening and it held 320 level on MSTR. So again, once it break 350 and 369, and it will test 384, 380, 355 or 384, and then all the way to the 400 level. The next one is NVDA. NVDA is the earning coming up, right? But let me show you the fun part here. I drew one of the trend line. And let me zoom out a little bit. As you can see, the one of the dip that we saw on early September 6th, then October 2nd, then 31st, and then last Friday. It's, as long as it holds that trend line, we will continue to see that stock is going to move up towards that, following that trend line. The NVIDIA earning is coming up, right? So I see that the movement is going to be plus or minus 16 on NVIDIA. The major part about NVIDIA is, as long as it holds the 140 level and going upside towards the 150 and then breaking to the 145 and breaking towards the 147 and 150, we will see upside towards the 155 and 160. Now we closed at 142ish around that, so plus or minus 16. If the Monday it opens somewhere close to that, then we will see plus or minus 16. We may see somewhere pretty close to 156, 57 level. For downside, we may see somewhere close to 126, 130, pretty much 126, 123 level as per math. But 130 is pretty good support out there, and 127 is pretty good support as well. So I don't see much downside than that for NVIDIA. Knowing the strength of NVIDIA and movement, I am more bullish on NVIDIA. The earnings wise, overall earnings always did well so far. If I move out a little bit, as you can see, every earnings it beat except one earning, which was in the November 16, 2022. But that's like 2 years back, right? Since then, the NVIDIA beat always the earning, and I'm just gonna zoom out to see every earning we see the pretty good gap. After every earning, we see the gap up. So if you like, again, if you like to kind of buy the calls, 155 call expiring this week or 160 call expiring next week would be pretty good. Average is going to be high, so please consider that as well. The next couple of the other names that was Amazon. Amazon was a bit after 216, it kind of ended up going downhill. It broke 212 easily it tried to hold that on Thursday, but then it broke on a pre-market on a Friday, and then it literally broke 206 level so easily, and then went to 200 level. 200 level, we know that is pretty good support. I'm hoping that and it closed at 271. So as long as it goes about 206 level and breaks that and holds that, and then go upside to the 212 and 214, 216 level, then we will see upside to 220. So that's for Amazon. Let's look at Apple real quick. Apple is pretty good. It tried to break 229 level last week multiple times, right? So not multiple times, but on a Friday it tried to break 229. It couldn't. It went all the way down to 220, 221 level. Then again on a Thursday it tried to break 229 level. It couldn't. But on a Friday it held pretty good, 224. When the market was in downtrend, Apple was going upside that on that day, which was kind of bit bizarre, but at the same time, it's kind of trying to see how the trend looked like, right? When QQ was falling down, SPX was going down, and Apple was going up. So like sometimes it's hard to kind of figure it out whether it's going to be a fake out or whether it's a true bullish moment that we are seeing it. But of course, with Apple, we saw the volumes were continue helping it. So we saw that as long as it's gonna break 229 level, we're gonna see the 234 next. Once it break 234, 237, I'm very bullish on overall tech side. Since until then, it's gonna be in the same range, right? 229 to 220 level. That's the range that we've been seeing it from October 31st. That it's on the same range, the $9 to $10 range that we've been seeing on Apple. Is Tesla. So Tesla, I wanted to kind of show you guys a few things, right? After earning, it gapped up to it was around 224ish level, and it gapped up all the way to 242, and then it went all the way to 274 level. After that, it was started forming downtrend, lower low, lower high, and it went back to the 240-ish level. Right after that, election was coming up. After election results, it gapped up again. And since then, it was continuing going up to all the way to 360 level. And then it started forming it down, lower low, lower high. As you can see, my trend line I draw. Once this breaks the trend line, we're going to see the moment back to like how we saw this kind of gap. We may see another gap up all the way to the 400 level. It closed at 320, which is good part. So let me go into the 15 minutes window. So on a Friday, it started holding 308 level, and then it tried to break 323 level, or 325 in other word. Once it breaks 323, 225 level, the next one is real quick to 328, 334, but the major one is 344.63 or 345 level. Once it breaks that, we will see upside to 359, 365, 383 level that we may see on Tesla. For downside, again, 308 level has to hold, or max is 300 level, or else we may see 290, 280, and all the way to this. The gap is 274 level that we may see it on Tesla. But that's overall for this week's analysis. Again, if you are new to our channel, please follow our YouTube channel, also our Twitter, and we'll post that link on our description. Trade safe and continue. Make sure that you take your take your profit as you go. That's the best advice that I had from my mentor. I will pass it on to you guys as a gift. Thank you guys. Have a good one.